Hello everybody, welcome to our channel Gurukul Tennis. This is Ravi. I am going to talk about today before we spoke about the basic fundamental of the forehand. Now we are going to talk about intermediate stage, but if you are playing about 5-6 months, and then you are going to improve the next level for the forehand. So for that you need to be what I told before, that the biomechanic of the basic tennis is ABC: agility, balance and coordination. So today we are going to talk about the same thing, but with little more technical, more technical we are going to talk about. So first before I said that ready position like this, but what is happening that when you are going to play, you are doing the rally or playing the match, then what you do, you have to be little bit bounce. You can bounce like this, ready position, this is the bouncing, or you can bounce like this also, is okay. That means you are always in the move, because if you move, and then the second one is that when you are hitting the other, you can check my split step video, you can see everything in detail there. But now I'm going to show that when my opponent is going to hit the ball, I'm going to split step. So this is the important. So I'm going to bouncing, I'm bouncing like this, and then split step, and then going to hit the ball. So this is the stance we are going to talk about the next level. Then after that, this is the ready position. But after the ready position, we are going to get the racket back, means the uni turn. Uni turn is a very important part of the ground stroke or any stroke. I think even the backhand also, volley also, you need to uni turn. So in this case, we are going to split step, and then you take your shoulder turn. So my racket will be like this. It is not going more behind. Then I will lagging. Then I will hit the ball late. There is the hitting ball. I'm going to talk about another video also, the how to hit the ball in the correct position. So there is a late problem. But we are going to talk like this. Ready, and then uni turn. My elbow is little far from my body, not too close, little bit far. And then after the uni turn, I'm keeping my left hand here, and then my racket back. Then racket back. Then you can see that sometimes Federer is like this. The racket face is down, but some people his racket back face is this side. It is not a problem. Anything is okay, because tennis there is no hard and fast rule. So what I am telling about, the classical way to learn tennis. This is the basic thing. So when you are bouncing, split step, turn, then racket back, you can go like this or you can go like this. But important is your elbow is high. So I'm this side, you can see that when I'm doing split step and take racket back, my elbow is high. Sometimes people are doing like this. So his elbow close, it is making the problem. So you can see the Federer stroke also, his elbow is high. It's about the 80 degree plus minus. So you take racket back, and then racket back, elbow is up, then footwork, and then you are keeping your racket down, more down. So you are watching the ball. When ball is coming, going to hit the ball, you move your left hand from the ball line, and then you are going to hit the ball and going forward, and then you are going to hold here. So this is the checklist for the first one, the uni turn, and then after that racket back. In the racket back, elbow is the checkpoint. When we teach the kids, we see that elbow, where is his elbow? Sometimes we can't see it, they are playing. But this is the checkpoint I am talking about, how to teach the player. Because sometimes we are finding where is the problem. But if you find few checkpoints, what I am going to talk today, it is very easy to find anybody what wrong they are doing. And then you can use the corrective technique to make the thing. So this is the checkpoint. Then we are the next checkpoint is adjustment. So we are ready like this, taking turn back, and then from here we are going to adjust. So you can go forward, if your ball is there, you can go back. This is the adjusting step. So first one is the stance, second one is the take back. We have to check the elbow. Third one is we are going to adjusting the ball. So with the small steps, you can go to the close to the ball, because when you play tennis, if you play 1 hour tennis, this is the very important. If you play 1 hour tennis, I think there are very hardly you can get the 2 balls same time. So understand, each and every ball is different length and speed or spin, or the placement is age, and every ball is different. So we need to adjust the ball, because if we are not adjusting the ball, then we can't hit the good ball. So you understand now that adjustment is the third checkpoint. Then the fourth checkpoint for the forehand. The fourth checkpoint is when you are taking racket take back, then uni-turn, then adjusting the thing, then take back and racket head down. If racket, sometimes people are doing this and they are going parallel to the ground, hitting the ball. Because of that, they are not good. Sometimes they hit the ball, mostly they hit the ball net. Otherwise, if they hit hard, it will go to the out. So for that, racket back and then racket head down. It is very important. So you can see that players are doing the racket head down or not. This is also the fourth checklist. Next one. So next one is the fifth one, that when we are already racket down, and one thing we can see that sometimes racket down like this. So my racket, the back cap is sometimes, if my racket back cap is showing to the other side, the cross. But when we racket back and down, racket head down, my racket back cap is following to the ball is coming, following to the ball path. This is the important one, okay? This also is a very, very important checkpoint. They are doing all this or not. Otherwise, sometimes people are coming and they hit like this. So they are not getting the good power. So this is a very big one. So now the sixth one we are going to talk about. So next one, we are going to about the sixth one. Sixth one is after my racket head down, the bottom of the racket back cap is showing to there. Then my left hand is going to move from the ball line. This is also the sixth one. Then after the seventh one, we are going to talk about every specific fix, because every player is having the different type of error. So I'm just trying to teach the student also. I'm trying to teach the assistant coaches also, so they can understand that which one we can do. So I'm going to try to totally about forehand, which one is the most important. You don't know that your kids is doing some different type of problem, but what I'm telling about 10 checkpoints, in between of that, players 99% all the kids are having this type of problem. Any problem if you see, you can do the corrective technique. After that, we are going to talk about how to correct this problem. But now I'm going to checklist only. So this one, then I move, and then another thing, watch the ball, watch the contact point. This is the eighth one. Means if ball is coming, approaching to me, and I'm hitting, I'm watching to the opponent, watching to the target, but I'm not watching the contact point. Then what happened? We don't know where I'm going to hit. So it is a very big problem. This one is I think about the 50-60% players are having the same problem, maybe 70%. Because according to my experience, I had seen the lot of players, they are doing everything good, but they are not watching the contact point. So in this case, when you hit the ball, contact point, keep your eye on the ball and your head will be still. Otherwise, you don't need to move. You contact point, stay, your racket follow through will there. You can still, your head will be there, and then you finish, your racket coming here, and then after that you can watch the ball. It is look like it's a lot of time, but this is a nanosecond thing, because when you are hitting the ball, it's very, very small time. So when you hit, and then watch the ball. So this is the eighth one. Keep your eye on the ball, watch the contact point. Next one, ninth. The ninth one is the watching the ball. After that, what? You are going to hit the ball, you have to follow through. So after contact point, the next stage is follow through. But in the follow through, I'm going to show you few things. I'm keeping the ball here. This is the corrective technique for the corrective technique and checkpoint also. Together I'm going to do this. So it is more faster, you can understand. So if ball is the same line, if I want to hit the ball straight, so if I'm turning, I'm watching the ball, and then after that, my racket is crossing to my body. That means from this ball, I am out of the line. So this one is not good one. So what we do in the follow through, after hitting the contact point, we have to trust 1, 2. That means if you go forward, and you can see that when I'm hitting the ball, forward, and you can see my leg is also, my heel is going to up. Contact point, forward. You can see my full extension of my hand, and then I'm going to hold the racket. So you understand this concept. This one also sometimes in the kid, you can go to the ball and try to play with the tracing the line. This is a very good practice for the kids. So third one, the last one, 10th one, I'm going to talk about the holding the racket. Because nowadays people are playing like this, the wiper thing and all these things, but you do anything, I don't care. But when you start to learning tennis, you have to, after the finish the follow through, you try to hold your racket here, and the cap is back cap, the racket back cap is showing to the target, and after finish also it is showing to the target. This is the very important. I hope you explained you very nicely the 10 checkpoint for the fundamental of the basic of the forehand tennis stroke, and this is the very nice, and I think everybody don't have all the problem, but if you see the kids are having little bit 2-3 problem, so you can check that one, and then if you the checklist, if you have the paper, the players are playing, and you can check this one is good, 1 is good, 2 is good, 3rd is good, and then you see the number 6 they are lagging, so you can change that one only. We don't need to change everything. Only we have to follow the classical style, and I hope you understand this one. I try to explain my everything nicely, and next video we'll talk about the more advanced forehand technique, which one the national level and the pro level they are doing. I hope this video is going to help you, and please subscribe our channel. Thank you very much.